What's up, everyone? I'm Aaron, and this is Talking Points. So what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Talk Cave for another exciting episode of Talking Points. Again, I'm your host, Aaron. For today's episode, I'll recap Team ToCing's week. I'll also be talking about a recent announcement that has me amped. Sorry, a little tired, long day. I'll be stuttering a little bit, so bear with me. Also, we'll be talking about our move from Twitch to YouTube for all of our live streaming. Well, most of our live streaming. Right now, me and Josh are still, we're talking about it. We're going to try out YouTube for right now, see how it goes. If it doesn't work out too well, we'll move back to Twitch. More about that later. And I'll be discussing this week's Mobile Game Madness Game of the Week. We'll also finish the episode with last week's Talking Point and this week's Talking Point. And an update on our extralife.org account, our extralife.org activity. So, with all that being said, let's get started. So on last week, as you saw, we unveiled our first ever fully completed Let's build with our wonderful portalet that actually works. And then we followed it up with a bit of failure, followed with explosions, finally got something complete. And then we had a Jurassic fail on my behalf. It wasn't too terribly bad, but I almost gave away some information we shouldn't be giving out on YouTube. Thanks, Josh, for censoring that. You're a good editor. But anyway, we got our self-harvesting farm finished, and then we kind of moved on to our other project, which is Harvest Moon for our game talk. Me and Josh pretty much did some farming. Yeah, I know. If you wanted to watch farming, you'd move to Wisconsin or Wyoming or play Farmville. So anyway, we get it. But anyway, getting back to it, we worked on the farm a little more. Josh showed everyone his wiener. Yeah, I know. You watched an hour-long worth of video just to see Josh's wiener. Sorry. Anyway, we moved on then to Pokemon, where, of course, I'm showing my lack of skills as a Pokemon trainer. Yeah, that's going really well, and of course, everything's named with bad innuendo in it, so Josh taught me how to use my penis. And by that, I've gotten a lot of people saying, "You really didn't know how to use that thing, buddy?" No, I'm talking about my Caterpie, which then evolved into a Metapod. Watch the video to find out how that turned out. Other than that, yeah, I really wasted a lot of time on that episode, so sorry. And then we had a blast filming our live game talk of Final Fantasy VII, which ended with us having some technical difficulties as well. We quickly adjusted that and moved back on at the end of the episode. We're getting closer to completing our initial quest of getting out of Midgar. Tune in to see how that turns out. Every Monday, starting today at 2 p.m. and every other Monday at 2 p.m., but instead of going to Twitch this time, you'll stay right here on this channel. So, anyway, we have some more videos that we've been working on, including mine and Josh's Let's Plays. You can go on to our channel itself, just click the name down below there somewhere, and you can find all of our wonderful videos. Make sure you go back and watch some of them. We're actually kind of funny. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to some recent news that's gotten me, and as well as many other Gearbox fans, excited. Of course, Gearbox, being the creator of Borderlands, has recently teamed up with Lionsgate, and both have announced that there will be a Borderlands movie. Now, I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out. I know, former ToC teammate and a longtime friend of the channel and longtime buddy of mine, Will, he was super excited about this, broke the news to me, and of course it was so late for me to get a chance to get into the studio and actually do anything with that news that by the time I would have gotten to it, there would have been no need for a news quick. So, anyway, he showed his excitement. I'm showing my excitement. Show your excitement, fans. Borderlands may be getting a movie. So as news develops on this, Team ToC will be breaking it to you. Also in the news segment, since we're talking news now, Team ToC will be moving, like I said before, moving from Twitch to YouTube for our live streaming. We may still utilize Twitch from time to time. However, you know, we're kind of we're YouTubers. That's our thing. We want to find a medium that we can just stick with one time, not go, say, over to Twitch for one thing, YouTube for one thing, or who knows what else comes out later on for another. As it goes, you know, the channel's evolving. We must evolve. So, that being said, we're YouTubers. We'll be YouTubers all the way, and our schedule will remain the same for our live streams of Final Fantasy VII. So, stay tuned. See how that works out for us. If it doesn't work out too well, we'll see you on Twitch. So, on to this week's Mobile Game Madness Game of the Week. This week's game is Deep Loot. Deep Loot, created by Monster and Monster. I think that's how that's said. I'm not too sure. Is a diving game. You know, like where you go down into the ocean, you collect loot, and unlock many different things. I mean, it's a wonderful game. Each treasure that you find, and by treasure I mean collectible treasure, unlocks certain items, and that also helps boost skills or makes you look fancy. You know, we like to look fancy. There are also, you know, ships that you can drive around, and, well, not drive around, but jump off of, because it's a diving game. Who wants to drive a ship when you can just jump off? The game is super fun for me. I've really enjoyed it, and you know, it's not one of those that you really get bored with easy. I mean, I've sat there for hours playing this game, and so far I like it. It's got a little bit of the Minecraft feel to it, where you can kind of mine for items and use those to, you know, collect for coins. You can kill fish enemies, or as I call them, fishemies. Yeah, fishemies, and collect more loot. The only issue I can find with the game is it takes a while to gather enough resources to move forward, so you'll be there for a while unless you fork out some real dough. So other than, you know, that being the only issue, I really can't find anything else. This game's getting a 4 out of 5 from me. I really appreciate the fact that Deep Loot takes the time to build up, you know, and give you a little challenge. It's fun. You know, it keeps you drawn in. It's not really boring, and on top of that, it's a collector game as well. So have fun with it. Go play it. I encourage you to play it. I know it's available for the Android systems. I'm not sure for iOS. If it's, you know, go out and check and see. Let me know. So, with all that being said, we'll go ahead and move on to last week's talking point, which was, what is your favorite fighting game genre? Or favorite fighting game series? Well, I totally fucked that up. Anyway, of course, we got a ton of answers from you. Thank you, people. Y'all are finally starting to understand what a talking point is. I appreciate that. No, not meaning to take a stab at you. So anyway, let's move on to see what y'all really wanted to say about this. Apparently, you're violent people. We love you. Thank you. So anyway, for our fanswers, we have Taylor, who was the first to answer right away. You know, as soon as I posted my status, said Tekken, Mortal Kombat, and Soul Calibur. Thank you, Taylor. You get the first shout out of the day. Sarah responded quickly with Mortal Kombat. Bobby writes Primal Rage. Nicole says Soul Calibur and Mortal Kombat. Joey writes Tekken, no contest. Bubba says UFC. Alex writes Streets of Rage. He originally said Street Fighter, but then we kind of discussed it a little bit, and he really wanted to say Streets of Rage because it's a brawler. I agree, brawlers are right there in the fighting class. So we'll go ahead and go with it. Jen, one of our longtime viewers, says Castle Crashers. Will writes, for me it's a toss-up between Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. So anyway, with that being said, a lot of our fansers were big fans of Tekken, Soul Calibur, and Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter was in there a couple of times. So anyway, we'll move on now to our team answers, which doesn't get a fancy little shortened name. I know, it's sad. Anyway, so, you know, mine last week was Tekken and Soul Calibur. I'm not a big Mortal Kombat fan. I've played it a few times. I like Sub-Zero. That's about all I like about it. Jesus, cat just jumped in here and scared the hell out of me. Josh says Golden Axe, and Misty says get over here for Mortal Kombat. So anyway, thanks everyone for all the answers. You'll be getting a new talking point today. It'll be posted live on the Facebook, or it'll be posted on the Facebook page and the Twitter pages by me and Josh. So make sure to check those out. Your answers will be read here, unless I get 100 answers. In that case, we'll play the lottery. So anyway, this week's talking point is, what's everyone's favorite racing game? For me, it's Need for Speed Underground. I really like that game. It's got a great soundtrack, great customization skills, and it's fun all around. I mean, the setting is fun, the story is fun. I love it. I've always been a Need for Speed fan. So anyway, with that being said, make sure you answer this week's talking point either on here, on our Facebook page, or Twitter posts as they come out, for your chance to receive a free shout out. As you can see, I have my trusty kitty right here. She says hello. Her name is Phil, and she's all about the party. So anyway, with that being said, it's about all the time we have for today. But before I go, I would like to remind everyone to check out the team's extralife.org page and help us raise money for MUSC Children's Hospital. Every $6 donation that you give, if you give a $6 donation, it gets you one free access code for the, hey Phil. She wants to be on the show. She's my new guest host. So anyway, each $6 donation gets you a free code for a beta test of Tom Clancy's RainbowSix Siege. I guess I'm saying that right. Not been a big fan of Tom Clancy games, so it's kind of hard for me to say anything. So make sure you donate to either mine, Josh's, or the team's page. I think the team's page is what gets you the $6 donation code, so help out the team. So please help us help the kids. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and check out our merch shop. If we're still using Twitch, you can check that out as well. Links for all of that will be in the description below. Tune in here every Tuesday, every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, including today, for our Final Fantasy VII live play of Game Talk. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.